Hello and welcome. My name is Kate Griffiths, and I'm coming on today because I want to talk to you about what some might consider to be the last taboo: money. How do you feel when you hear that word money? And where do you feel it in your body? For some, it's quite exciting. For others, there's a feeling of dread. It's all information. So just ponder on that for a moment. I'm sharing this with you because I've had a few clients recently talk to me about how little money is coming in. And we are in a time where it's really difficult because we haven't seen inflation like this for years. Prices are going up, but wages are not going up, which is why in the UK at least we're seeing a lot of strikes at the moment. But what that can do to us energetically, particularly if we buy into that, is we can get into a poverty mindset and a feeling of lack and fear. And then what happens is that we almost contract in our body, try and make ourselves small as a way of protecting ourselves. But that doesn't work. So my first tip for you is that if you are feeling a bit uneasy around money right now or in general, and you're feeling stuck, keep moving forward. Because when we feel in a bad place, what we do from an NLP perspective is we delete the truth, we distort the truth, and we generalize. We tend to make things feel a lot worse. This always happens to me, I never have any money, or whatever it happens to be that you're saying. And that brings our vibration down and we forget who we are really. And so we tend to attract more bad things in our life. So and if we think about it from a Chinese, the Chinese medicine, this is a water rabbit year. And what do rabbits do? They run away when they're afraid, and they bury deep in their burrows and they hide. So there's a real tendency at the moment energetically to do that as well because of the energy of the year. What we've been invited to do is to keep on moving, to move forward. And I can share a story about that with you if you like, because when I sent out the welcome letter for my forthcoming retreat in a week's time on money, within 24 hours, 2 people had dropped out for different reasons. And that's never happened to me before. So I immediately went into a bit of a tailspin. But the great thing is, so bad things happen to everybody, even those of us working with energy, was I have the tools to do that flip back into mental mastery. So it was there for a while, but I didn't stay in that place because I know how to be with those feelings and how to bring in other states, but not to force it in. It's not toxic positivity, because sometimes we have to be with the pain, but when we move through it, and then we come from a place of love, we can allow miracles to happen. And that's exactly what in their everyday miracles, and that's exactly what happened in my situation. As then within another 24 hours 3 people expressed an interest in coming on the retreat on the 21st of April. So things will shift as long as we trust and we come from that higher place. So that's the first thing. And I just want to share a little bit about colour, because as you know, that if you've watched my stuff before or read my posts, I do a lot about colour. So I'm just tipping the camera down so you can see what I'm wearing. So the predominant colours are pink and a sort of turquoisey blue. So let me tell you about, because there's 2 colours that we associate with money. The first is red, like my lipstick. How do you feel about red? Do you like red? Chinese think that red is very lucky, but other people don't really like it. But actually it's a very grounding colour. We have red earth. It connects us to that safety and security. So take that on for a moment. And then when you shine the light through red, you get pink, which is the colour of my polo neck, my jumper. And I used to hate pink with a passion. I wouldn't have it in any of my marketing. I had no pink clothes. And pink is the colour we associate with love. So how much do you love yourself? Because if you can't love yourself, you can't really love anybody else. It's also the colour that we associate with receiving. So sometimes the reason the money isn't coming in is because we're not very good at receiving. So that's something we can work on to shift that. And let's lastly move to the final colour, the colour turquoise. It's all about creativity and flow and understanding that there's a flow in the money. You know, what's really interesting is I've been preparing for this retreat. I found myself spending a lot of money on my 2 lovely daughters, which could have put me into another sort of flat spin. But I know that's the way of money. It comes in and it goes out. And I trust that more is coming in, and it is. That I have to stay in that place, in that higher vibration. Because the negative side of turquoise is it's all about frozen emotions. What do I mean about that? Either emotions that are repressed, that you don't want to express, and you don't want to feel because it's really uncomfortable. And sometimes with frozen emotion, you don't even know that they're there because you've disassociated with what you're feeling. So again, that can lead to blocks that show up in your life, all getting you to pay attention to what's really going on underneath the bonnet, so to speak, at the unconscious level. So if this sounds interesting and you want to find out more, why not take one of the last 2 places on my money retreat, my money makeover, and really look at your money mindset with me on the 21st of April here in Bedford. And if that's not possible because it's too far, the following week I'm starting an 8-week online course called Unity Reset. So reach out to me and find out about that, because that might be just what you need. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, and I hope to see you there. And wherever you are now, sending you lots of love. Have a fantastic weekend. Go well for now.